and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then welcome to you. Today I'm going to be doing the September 2020 reads, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of an introduction of how this is going to run for September. The setting I have here for September is based on the film Pan's Labyrinth, and I wanted to go along the readings with the labyrinth effect because I feel as though we do sort of live our lives in a labyrinth, a maze basically, where we can take the wrong turn, we come to dead ends, we meet people as well along the way, and I just wanted to go on this theme for the readings for September 2020. Now, if you've never seen the film Pan's Labyrinth and you're into mystical, magical fairies and all, just anything magical really, mythical, then it is worth a watch. It was actually filmed in Spanish, but obviously it has got subtitles on for whatever country you're in. But it was just one of these films. I think it was done quite a while ago, in 2006. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure it was around 2006 when it was originally filmed. But it's not the film with David Bowie in, because I get a lot of people say, oh, I've seen that film, and I go, and when they start mentioning David Bowie, which was just The Labyrinth, I think that was called, this isn't that. Okay, this isn't that. It's based on the mythology of Pan's, this person here. Okay, and through the decades, people have looked at Pan's as being a positive sort of figure and a negative figure. Okay, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of that because obviously you can do your own study on the internet regarding that. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing this month. So I hope you will enjoy this portrayal of your own labyrinth in my lovely readings for September 2020. I am now going to be reading for the lovely star sign of Sagittarius. So I'm just going to move your card out the way a second, Sag. And because I didn't do a weekly read because I was poorly at the end of last week, I did keep the cards, however, so I have brought them in as your energies leaving August 2020. So the three cards that did come out for you was the Void, we had Growth, and the animal spirit for that week was the Unicorn. And when I looked at these, especially the Void card here, okay, I was just picking up on your energy really, that this is how you've been feeling for the last few weeks really, very isolated, sort of wanting to be in your own space, okay, contemplating things, weighing things up really about your life in general. But it was saying with the challenge card for that week, for your weekly read, this card that I kept for you for this read to bring in, it was growth. So that was in your challenge position, and it was like to say that it is to say to you, I felt as though the energies with the Sagittarians have been very, very stagnant, very lethargic. Okay, you were quite happy to sort of hide under the duvet, literally hide under the duvet. Okay, not having any energy either, Sag, for a good couple of months. But it was saying here your challenge was to say, right, the growth is starting to come in to fruition. It was as though the universe was saying, right, this is the time now. You've done your resting, okay? You've done your sort of pondering of your next stages in your life. And the growth was coming in as your challenge. But then we had the animal spirit of the unicorn, which is the alchemical sign of the ether. And I felt as though this was the universe bringing in some new challenges around you. So it was quite interesting to have a look at the cards that did come out for you in this read for 2020. So these are the energies that you've been sort of been in, okay, my lovely Saggies. And the challenge for you is saying you have got to start to get grounded, because like I said, I felt some of you had this energy where you were like a ship without a sail, and you kept thinking, oh God, I don't seem to have any sense of direction, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And it was all that kind of, okay, negativity as well. Felt quite a lot of negativity, but only what you brought on yourself. And that is why the growth card came as your challenge. So I'm just going to move these out of the main frame a second. And now I'm going to bring you in the cards that take you down your labyrinth for September 2020. And the first card that came out for you, okay, was this card here. And it says, attune to the call. So this is where things start moving. This is where you start to take action. And it's as though that person there in that card is coming out of a sleep. And this is how I felt with you, Sag. You'd been in this like slumberland, literally. PJs, duvet, do you know what I mean? And not really planning anything. And I know like we've had the pandemic and everything, and we've been in lockdown and what have you, and that hasn't helped either. But I just felt your energies in general was, it was all like, everything's an effort, everything's too much. But as we go into September, things start to change. It's like the red traffic lights turn to amber and then turn to green, because that's what I feel is the energy of that card. And it's like, oh, something's got your attention, something's got your, listening. So there's things coming in, and they will come in quite quick. So you have got to start getting back into the land of the living, okay? Back into the land of the living. It's as though you've been in your labyrinth and you literally came to a dead end, and you just thought, you know what, I'm going to take a load off and just get me head down here and sit down here for a while and not really worry about moving. And that is how you've been in your labyrinth of life over the last couple of months. But it's changing. You're getting up off your bum, okay? You're turning around and thinking, I can hear something. I can hear something. I need to go and explore. I need to go and explore. And this is what I feel. There's a new pathway, a new avenue within your labyrinth for September that is opening up for you. So we move along, okay? And the next card that came out was the 9 of, and it's the alchemical sign, okay, of, let me just move that out there, of air. So this is combustion. This is like to say, because I feel like I've got the fire element here with the red, and it's as I'm like, we've got the green, like grounded, and then you've got this air element. It's as like somebody has literally lit a fire, and you need all those elements to light a fire. You need the air to keep the fire and the flame going, and this is where your passion has started to ignite. And this is what has got you off your feet and starting to, like I say, there's like a calling, okay? You feel it as well, that you need to start to explore things that are coming in. So I'm going to open this up a little bit more, okay? Take you down the rabbit hole a little bit more and see what else comes out for you. And then we had, this is lovely, we have number 13, and it's the release, metamorphosis. So this is you changing, okay? This is you literally, okay, getting out your PJs, okay? Getting out your PJs and thinking, wow, I've got to get myself scrubbed up, I've got to get myself ready, because, as I said, it's as though you're being attracted to something or someone, okay? And it's like, I've got to get my shit together, basically. And I feel, as I said, you've been your own enemy, because this card is showing snakes wrapped around the arm of this person. And it's as though you have kept yourself in like patterns that don't serve you, like you're sleeping at the wrong times, you're not eating correctly. And it's as though this metamorphosis is now coming in, and it's like the wake-up call. With the attune to the call, it's the wake-up call to say, Sag, you're on the move. You are on the move, okay? Now then, in this wonderful story of the labyrinth for you, Sagittarius, There is somebody lurking around that you do not know or cannot see. And this is what I loved about these readings, and this is what I liked about when I had the idea to do the labyrinth. Because within the labyrinth, okay, you cannot see behind the maze of all the different pathways. You can hear, you cannot see. But there are people within the labyrinth of life that watch and see exactly what you are doing. And in your labyrinth for September 2020, we have a couple of lovely people or beings or fairies or whatever you want to call them, mystical creatures. And the next card that comes out to you is the person that has been observing you, Sag, and it is the wizard. And it's the Rune King, the wise one, and the counsellor. Now, he has been watching you. He's a wise old soul. And he has been a little bit disgruntled. I have to say, he has been a little bit disgruntled with your attitude of late. But he is there, like I say, saying to you, you have got so much to give in the next few months coming ahead. And he's wearing a crown there. And when I was doing these readings, it was like he was whispering to me, Sag. He was whispering to me saying, I am wearing the crown of Sagittarius. Because there is something that you are going to achieve. There is something you are going to be recognised for. There is something where you gain credibility. And the crown in this scenario is like the wizard is saying, this lad, this girl, they are wise. They are of counsel where people look up to you, okay? And it's to say that the wizard came into me and gave me this message of, they'll do it. They'll get their shit together and they will do this, okay? So that was a really, really positive card. So, my lovely Saggies, you are walking again on the right pathway, going to that sound or people that you hear calling, because I feel like it's a calling to you. And the next card that came out, now this is the person that greets you along the path of your labyrinth. I had sort of a image in my mind when I was, because I've used a deck of cards that I've had for quite a number of years, okay? And I thought, I kept picking them up and thought, no, I'm not going to use them. I kept picking them up, no, I'm not going to use them. And then it was like they were calling to me to say, you're doing this reading for September, please use us. We've got messages for this, ideal. And it was the Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud. And the deck is, it just spoke volumes. It was just, they were like speaking to me, okay, giving me all your messages. So who came out for you was the Master Maker. This little chappy here, I'm going to put him there for a second, okay. The Master Maker, he's the one who sort of helps you master your craft. And as I said, they are aware, and especially this wizard who's been watching you in your labyrinth, knows that you have some skills and abilities that you can put out there and achieve recognition for something or other. And basically, the Master Maker meets you, okay, on the path of your labyrinth. And his little cheeky face here, okay, is saying, yes, well, you're a bright spark, aren't we? Because he holds this sceptre, and the sceptre is full of ideas, skills, like a wand really. And he's got a cheeky smile on because he knows, because he's been talking to the wise wizard, that there is something destined for you to achieve, because it's the crown. The crown is a symbol for you, Sag, for the month of September, because you are going to achieve, you are going to win something, you are going to be recognised for something, you are going to have some extra money given to you. It's that kind of an energy that I get for you, my lovely Saggies. So, this was the messages that I got for you. Now then, another thing in the Labyrinth reading, I was really drawn to the numbers on the cards, okay? So we had a 1 on this one, 24 on this one, 15, 13. I've written all these down. When I broke them down, okay, because like I added up the 2 numbers and what have you, there was a pattern of a repeated pattern of numbers, 2 numbers for you. And it was 6 and 4. So the number 6, whether that's on the 6th day of September, okay, or the 4th day, or there's just something, a symbolisation, whether if you go through September and you're booking your diaries and you've got to make a date, and a 6 and a 4 comes in, or if you're out and about in September and you see these numbers repeatedly, this is a sign, okay? 6 and 4 is a sign. Now, they could be a combination as well of like 64, 46. So just bear that in mind. But there is something key about those numbers. Just that is for you to take on board. Okay, my lovelies. So the other thing I wanted to do, because it was numbers, because I have got a numerology, sorry, I never say that word, numerology, that's it, numerology deck of cards, numbers anyway. So I just wanted to quickly shuffle these. Okay, I haven't got much room on this desk, but I'll try and shuffle them. Okay, and just see, I'm going to dig in to have a look. Wow, wow, wow. We have the angel number 555. Sounded like a bingo caller then, didn't I? 555, okay. Positive changes are on the way. So that is just cementing the fact that things are moving. You are no longer in the energies that you were in August, of this void, this emptiness. I want to say empty because this is how you were feeling, empty, just lost, as I said, and just, you know, this is why your challenge was the growth, just to recap. But the unicorn, the animal spirit of the unicorn, the spiritual realms were working behind the scenes, putting plans in place for you, my lovely Sag, and it will be a massive wake-up call, as I said, with Attune to the call. So what I'm going to do now is read you my little bit of meditative poetry that I did for you, Sag, for September. So I've got it here, so I'm just going to read it and have a look what it says. The labyrinth in life is trying to teach you there are no boundaries, only those you allow to create. Alone in the void allows you to attune to the call of your higher self. A wealth of knowledge and belief will help release the fears and doubts that hold you back. You are on track, so keep moving forward. Remember that the labyrinth of life is just a maze we create ourselves. The hedges can grow to what height we allow them to, but we are never alone. You are greeted by the Master Maker, one who brings and always sings your praises. He helps you master your craft and abilities to its best, a test you may have to take over and over again. Design beyond your skill and then raise the level of your skill to fulfill it. He will always keep your dreams alive. You may be blind to the wizard within the labyrinth, yet he is wise and holds the crown he knows one day soon you will wear. He says, do not allow others to damage your roots. Stand tall and strong, for you belong to remain having your voice heard. A yes is a yes, a no is a no. Go with whatever is right for you. So the poetry this month was a bit sort of a teachings really, because I had the little voice messages from the Master Maker and the Wizard, and then obviously I had my little bit of poetry at the very start and mixed in along the way. But yeah, it was just basically saying, and as it says in that message, remember that the labyrinth of life is just a maze. We create ourselves. The hedges can grow to what height we allow them to, but we are never alone. So yeah, my lovely Sag, that is the message that I have for you, okay? I love it the way these readings go, because I say one thing, don't I, and then I end up doing something else, but I just feel for you, okay, because of this crown element, that I am going to dig deep in here, not look, tilt it backwards, have a rummage and see what we've got coming out. Oh, let's have a dig. Wow, and it's the leaf. It's the leaf for you, turning over a new leaf, and that is a really positive outlook, because didn't I say to you coming into this reading today, you have been that stagnating in that PJ sort of duvet, stuck to the duvet type of scenario. But it's just saying here that charm has just said to me that, you know, you are turning over a new leaf as we go into September. Now quickly, I am just going to touch on the romantic, because I know some of you out there like to know romantic elements when the cards are pulled out, what that would interpret. So for you on the romantic, okay, it would be here that some of you had felt very hurt, okay, because I do feel that there's been a separation or a split in a relationship. But it's saying here, this is going out of August, by the way, these first three cards. And your challenge was to get back out there really with the growth card. And then as we move along with the Labyrinth cards, it's to say here, attune to the call, where in a relationship where you've had this split, it's just saying, you know, you may not have been in a relationship for quite some time since the split. And it's saying now that it's time to, you know, get yourself back out there, especially with the air card. And I felt like communication, start to make the communication on a romantic side of things. It could be new communication coming in. Now this is the metamorphosis, because I feel this is where the damage has been taken place here, where you've been hurt and wounded in love, okay, and you've had, you know, people around you that have hurt you in a relationship. Now that if this is not romantic, this could just be people in, you know, nearest and dearest family could have double crossed you or anything like that. But where I'm picking up here on the romantic, it's just saying, you know, you have been entangled with somebody who really has hurt you. So it's saying here now, we have the Wizard card, and that Wizard card is just coming out to say you need to find solid roots. Okay, you need to get your balance back, you need to get solid roots back as a person, because you have been hurt in this romantic entanglement. And I want to say entanglement now. It's just saying here that you may need to take counsel, and that is why you may need to confide in somebody of how you've been feeling. But just know how you're feeling at the moment, where you may be feeling, you know, sort of isolated and on your own and hurt from what has taken place. Then by sharing your problems or opening your problems, then this could lessen it for you. So then we have the Master Maker. I'm sorry if you can hear a noise. My cat is desperately trying to get in the door. I had to lock him out because he was just on the table earlier. So I'll try and wrap this up as quickly as I can. The Master Maker then, it's just to say here, okay, they are lighting up the darkness for you, because they are aware that you have gone through, you know, a dark period of time since you've split up with somebody. And it's just saying, you know, there is a light there, and there is, you know, they are lighting the path for you to say that there is somebody better there for you, Sag. And then with the 555, positive changes are on the way. And especially with the charm that came out of turning over a new leaf. And this will be you, because it's like to say, you know what? Yeah, I went through a rocky patch. I was in a relationship with somebody. It didn't work. And we went our separate ways. And yet I was hurt and I was wounded. But I need to pick myself up, okay? And come back to life, especially with the air card here. It's come back to life. And, you know, you are being shown a new path by the Master Maker. They are illuminating that pathway. So my lovely Saggies, I hope you can take something away from that September read. And if you are new to my channel, any likes, subscribes, keeps my channel going and me bringing out this content for you. And I will look forward to reading to you, Sag, next time. So take care, my lovelies. Bye then.